What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. So I'm going to do a really fast talk today. I'm going to talk about willpower for a second because I think it's super important, especially coming into this next week. Starting Monday off right is the best way to keep your willpower high. So in terms of willpower, you have to think that you have a certain amount of willpower throughout the day. That's why at the end of the day, a lot of people fall off their diet or start to binge or just like crash. You can't get anything done. It's because your willpower has been taken away over the course of the day. So make sure that you guys are focusing on a few different things. One is to plan appropriately. So make sure you guys plan the hardest things out in the beginning of your day. That way you can knock them out while your tank's full. You can really focus on them and just beat them down and get it done and move on. That way, as you go on and your willpower is lower, it'll be a little bit easier to do the easier things, if that makes sense. The other thing, or another thing, I should say, that you should do is to meditate. If you meditate and get your mind focused, that's going to help a lot. Focus on what you need to do. Clear your mind, help reduce the stress. Speaking of reducing stress, proper exercise and diet, being active, will help to reduce stress, which helps with willpower. A huge killer of willpower is stress. Going along with working out, proper amounts of sleep. Make sure you guys are sleeping enough. Everyone's different. They say 8 hours of sleep. That's an average. Sometimes women need a little bit more sleep. You guys need 9 hours, 10 hours of sleep. So figure out what your body needs for sleep to work appropriately. Now, we don't always get that. Sometimes, we've got to run off of 4 hours of sleep, and that's just part of life, and that's going to add stress. But make sure you guys keep that in mind, that, hey, you didn't sleep, today's going to be a little bit harder. Our willpower is not going to be as strong today. Make sure that you guys are, let me find some more stuff here. Sticking to your plan. This goes into what I was talking about earlier, making a plan, hitting the hard things first, and stick to it. Stick to your plan. Make sure that you guys actually do the hard things. It's scary. Maybe you don't want to get up and go to work and knock out that major project or talk to your boss or make those phone calls, but that's going to be huge. You guys want to make sure that you're doing that. Get it done as soon as possible because it'll make the rest of the day a lot easier, okay? So those are going to be some huge things you guys want to focus on. Reducing your stress, keep your willpower high. There's a lot of guys that talk about this. Tai Lopez, Ann Frisella, Sean Whalen. Everyone's really talking about this. You have this willpower bank. So keep that in mind whenever you're going throughout your day, that you have a bank of energy that you can spend knocking out your tasks, and by the end of the day it's going to run low. Make sure you keep that in mind also when it comes to your diets. So I was talking about nutrition earlier, and another good way to help out your nutrition and willpower is to fast. You can fast until noon, and then that will help save calories until the later part of the day. That way you eat 2-3 meals in the later part of the day and you have your majority of your calories and you feel full. That way you're not going to binge later in the day. So that's a really cool thing that you can do too. I like to do that myself, keep my calories till later so that I can not binge later in the afternoon. Some people like to get up early and eat a big breakfast. I do that sometimes myself too. I feel like I eat more and I get my metabolism up a lot more whenever I'm doing that, but that is something that you can do as well. But this is a trick that I like to use. All right, so I hope this stuff helps. Kill it this week, and I'll see y'all next time.